Alright, so I got both of the old boxes out. I did the passenger side off camera just because it's the same process. Lots of pulling, grinding, drilling. Got it out, and I didn't think the passenger side was quite as rusty. It's pretty rusty. It's the floor pan. I don't think it has a lot of structure integrity with these. I mean, most of it's going to come from the frame bolts here and then the back on the bumper. But it came with these little tabs here that, one goes on top of the floor pan in the back, and then the other goes here, and it just kind of pinches it. But given how rusty mine is, I got this piece of metal here that I thought maybe I could tack on there, but what I may do just to try it is just put in there and not worry about bolting it here and see how it works. And if I notice anything kind of acting funny, we can go in later and change it, because I would like to eventually do rear frame stiffeners, and if I do that, I'll probably just end up welding all this in anyways. But for now, we're going to bolt it in, try it, and see what happens and go from there, get it back on the road. But right now, what I'm going to do is get these cleaned up a little bit and get them painted, let that set, and hopefully bolt them in, get the leaf springs back, and get the new shackles from Iron Rock Off-Road in. We'll be set to go. Alright, so for the paint, I'm just going with Rust-Oleum Flat Black. This stuff's really good. I've really had really good luck with it and shouldn't have any problem with any rust in the future. All right, I'll let those dry. I'm going to just cover this up. All right, no longer rusty. All right, so the paint's dry on the brackets. So just about to get ready to bolt them in, but also have to get that bracket there for my bumper. We'll go underneath it and hopefully all that'll line up fine like it did before. Shouldn't have a problem, but we'll see. So I do have to drill a couple holes for the side mounts there in this back part. I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get it pretty snug to this nut strip in here first. Make sure it all kind of lines up before I drill those, and then get it tightened down. somewhat aligned there. Alright, so I got that to hold it on. Let's see if I can line these up. Alright. Tip is, if you loosen this bolt, that nut strip won't pop up and make it so difficult to get these started. Sometimes you gotta learn the hard way. I typically do that with everything I do. Should just drill this hole out here. Okay, I'll drill the second hole from this side. snug these up and see how it lines up. Alright, so these Iron Rock off-road shackles, the IRO goes to the back. That way, it's called a boomerang shackle. And that way, when you articulate, you have a little more room before it ever makes contact with this back here. So, take our bolt and washer. We're going to start with right there. What's really neat about these no-lift shackles from CavFab is instead of having an encapsulated nut back there, you just have this little flag nut. You can just move it wherever you need it to be. I'm going to try and just go ahead. I've got the bolt started up top. So I'm trying to go ahead and get this one on the leaf spring started as well. And I want to go to this bottom hole because that'll give me the most amount of lift. Oh, so close. Alright, I forgot to turn the camera back on, but what I did is I went ahead and got it in this top hole, and then I could jack up the Jeep, and then I raised my jack stands up one, and maybe when I lay it back down, it'll give me a little more flexibility to get to that. I think it'll work. Got it. Love it when a plan comes together. All right, so I got all the bolts in place, not tightened down yet. Now I'm gonna jack this up so I can get the wheels and tires back on. And then we'll torque everything down, see how she looks. Okay, those out of the way. Not too bad. Now it sits a little higher in the back now. That's okay because I have some of these adjustable bump stops here, and so we'll kind of level it out there. Now I'm just going to snug up the bolts. May have to adjust my exhaust a little bit, but I should be able to lower it some. All right, so that completes my CavFab adjustable no-lift shackle boxes for the rear leaf spring. Be sure to follow along, subscribe, like, comment, tell me what I did wrong. I'm open to any kind of help, criticism, whatever the case may be. But I sure appreciate you checking in to Flatland Garage and look for more projects with this Jeep. Who knows what else. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one.